Hello everyone, it is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for this upcoming week starting with November 5th, 6th, going right up to the 11th, 12th on the weekend. So for today's reading, as usual, I'm going to pick an Oracle card, Archangel Oracle card from this deck. And I felt guided to use the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck this week when I was meditating and asking. And then I also felt guided to pull one from a deck that I haven't used in a while, the Angel Therapy Oracle card deck. And this deck was kind of neat because it always had like an action step that you could use with whatever the message was that came up. So I'm a little late getting to the video today, although it's not that, excuse me, late in the day, but it looks like dark 30 out there because of the time change. So I hope you're adjusting well with that. And our thoughts and prayers out to the people in Texas with that tragedy that happened there today at the church. Gosh, you know, I put out my prayers to the angels that the violence will stop. But, you know, I just think we're in a time right now where it's really, there's just a lot of upheaval because a lot of things need to change in the world. And there's a lot of stuff that's coming to light. We just had a full moon. Full moons shine a light on things. So there's a lot of stuff that comes to the surface that really just, it needs to be healed. So, and we need to be able to see it in order to heal it, okay? And make the changes that are necessary to be made in the world, okay? So anyways, I went ahead and picked the Archangel, or the Oracle cards for the week, so we could just get moving with what the reading is for this week. So the Archangel who's overseeing us this week is Archangel Raphael with this message of healthy lifestyle. And it says, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So, as a theme for this week, I feel like for a lot of us, it's going to be about getting back on track to doing all these things, okay? You know, maybe for a while we got off track. Maybe you had a wild and crazy weekend, drank a little too much, smoked a little too much or something. Or maybe you were away on vacation, ate a little bit too much, especially too many sweets or something. And, you know, if you've just in general been feeling sluggish, you know, this message is what the answer to that is. So for a lot of people, it's going to be like, okay, I got to get back to, I had some fun. Now I got to get back to eating better and taking better care of myself. Get back into your, you know, routines of self-care because it does affect your energy. You're, you know, getting enough sleep, eating the right foods, especially healthy, green, organic foods, vegetables, really helps to increase your energy levels and your ability to focus and your ability to cope with stressful situations. So, anyways, Raphael's overseeing this. I also feel like this is going out to some people who may have found out that they have some kind of condition. You know, maybe you got a diagnosis from the doctor, and it's going to really, it's a condition that's treatable, but it's going to mean some lifestyle changes for you. You're going to have to think seriously about how you care for yourself and your body. And it's going to involve making some dietary changes, making sure you're getting adequate sleep, and taking care of your body so that it's working, you know, better for you. It's not always easy to make those lifestyle changes. I mean, sometimes it means giving up some things. So, but ultimately, you know, Raphael's here to herald that it's ultimately for your benefit, because the benefit to you will be increased energy, okay? Which you will appreciate so you can enjoy your life more. So, anyways, and Raphael's an angel. He's the angel of healing. So you can call on him for help with desiring more healthy foods for yourself. Raphael can be worked with, excuse me, in a similar way Michael can. Raphael can cut cords to foods that we're addicted to, or just addictions in general. So he can help us detach from foods that don't work well for us. He always encourages, I find, helps lead me to find good organic foods that are reasonably priced. You can call on Raphael to help you find foods or items that you need for your health and well-being and to help you afford them. So he can be called on for a variety of things this way, including if you're feeling compelled to pursue like a health-oriented career. Like maybe if you want to become a dietitian, a nutritionist, an exercise coach, or drawn to any one of the healing professions, holistic or otherwise. So Raphael helps all healers of all kinds. So he's the one we'll be looking to this week, and he's kind of giving us this nudge in that direction. Okay. All right. Now, as for the cards for the week. So the beginning of the week, we got this one from the Saints and Angels. Play music. And I feel like it has to do with people really reaching out to music for healing as well. I mean, not just because healing is our theme this week, but because there's been so much going on in the world. And when we see, sick things happening, like somebody going into a church, a place of worship, and opening fire, I mean, that's deeply disturbing. And I mean, no, it's any of these extreme acts of violence, including the one in Las Vegas and others that go on, they're all deeply disturbing. So as a way of healing with that, I feel like people are reaching out to music. I also feel like there's a lot of people who, maybe upcoming artists who are just going to be inspired to create beautiful new musical pieces that have to do with, our time, this time in history. And there's just going to be, I also feel like it has to do with maybe benefit concerts that are going to be popping up to benefit people who have been in these areas that have been struck with tragedy, either from the shootings or from earth-related events or what have you. And music is a healing, it's such a healing therapy. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of artists, both ones that we currently know that are known around the world, and also some very new upcoming artists who are going to be just, pushing out a lot of beautiful new music, new songs, new albums, things like that. So, and as part of Raphael's nudge for this healthy lifestyle to get us back and having us make sure we exercise regularly, it may also just be that part of the way you're doing that is you're coming home, turning on the YouTube or your iTunes or whatever you have, and just dancing. Dancing around to music because it's uplifting to your spirit. I know that's what I do sometimes. If I don't feel like going out to the gym, or if it's too yucky outside to do something, turn on YouTube, dance around your living room. No one's watching, right? Or dance with your kids if they're around. So anyways, it's about music and in ways that it's healing for us. That's what I feel like is the beginning of the week theme. Middle of the week, we have this one that showed up for us again, Blessings of Abundance. So I feel like this is for people who are in areas that have been struck with tragedy. There's blessings of abundance coming to them in the form of, there's been a lot of donations that are going that way anyways, but there's funds, and I feel like this does touch upon Puerto Rico as well. That the gates are finally opening and the supplies and the necessary help is getting in there in a much more, in a much bigger way. Okay. But this is also for those of us in our personal life. This card shows up. It can be real tangible, spendable money, like a bonus or a windfall or something that comes your way. It also can show up in material form, foods or things being donated to you. Or I think the last time this showed up, I got a new plant, this beautiful big new plant. It's almost like the size of a small tree. I got it for free. Somebody was giving it away. There was just quite a few things that just showed up. And so the point is abundance can show up in different forms. It may be money for you. It may be showing up in material supply. Okay? And it may be part of you. That's part of my phone in the background going off. Okay, there we go. Shut that off. So anyways, abundance coming in middle of the week. Okay? And at the end of the week, interestingly enough, we got stress management. So I I feel like it's bringing your attention again to the ways you deal with stress. This has to do with the overall message about making lifestyle changes. So it's bringing your awareness maybe to things that are causing a lot of stress for you. Either a work environment, situations that you're immersed in, or, again, lifestyle and dietary changes that need to be made, which will help to, lower the stress level. But, and just making changes in general, maybe to your routines or some aspect of your life, that there's something I feel like for somebody out there, there's something you really need to let go of handling or dealing with. It's time to, either hire the help you need or delegate some of it to somebody else. And I feel like there's a control issue involved in it too. Like there's a part of you that doesn't want to let go of control of something, but having to deal with it is really stressing you out in a big way. So it's time to let go of it. This card has a variety of meanings, but I think it's interesting because she's got the bird and the leopard right next to her, which I find interesting because the leopard is a very fast animal, and it's about, plowing through things too fast. And, the bird, the parrot, has the freedom of flight. I'm not sure what the significance of that is for the card, but the leopard kind of stood out to me as, it's about speed. And so part of maybe what may be stressing is you're going through things too fast. So anyways, or there just may be a stressful situation that comes up for you at the end of the week that, you're going to, your coping skills are going to come to the forefront in order to be able to deal with it. Okay. So, and the last card we got from the Angel Therapy Oracle card deck is this one, Sacral Chakra. So this is the energy center. Someone's really trying to get a hold of me. Okay, so this card with the Sacral Chakra is that energy center that's just probably like just below your belly button. But anyways, it has to do with pleasures and it's right at that area just below your belly button. And it's the sacral chakra has a lot to do with the pleasures of life and things of that sort of nature. But in this card it says, you're highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So very much kind of an additional message to what Raphael has been telling us this week. It's about noticing how, there are conditions that are going on for you right now that are being affected by your lifestyle choices, the foods that you eat, the energies around you. So it's a week of really becoming aware of that. And I feel like for some of you, this includes like being too immersed in the media, okay? We all want to stay aware of what's going on. But there is a point at which we can be too immersed in watching the updated news reports all the time, or watching shows that have really, negative themes, like right before you go to sleep kind of thing. And taking the problems of the day or the stress of the day with you to bed. It has a lot to do with that. It's letting you know that things that you're doing around you are affecting you and your sleep cycles. And I'll give you an example. I mean, maybe many of you are familiar with that show, Criminal Minds. It's a very well done show. It's been running for a long time. And part of me likes watching it to see how they figure out, the crime and through the behavior analysis, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a lot of real, negative, creepy elements to, the people who are perpetrating the crimes and how they show it to you. So I found for myself that I had to be careful not to binge watch that before I was going to bed, because I'd be carrying that icky, like, oh God, everybody's creepy vibe with me to bed.